You know the pattern because you probably lived it. You start a business with big dreams, you're going to build something meaningful, create financial freedom, maybe even change your industry. And you're definitely not going to become one of those workaholics who miss their kids' childhood. Then reality hits. The business demands everything. You tell yourself it's just temporary, just this quarter, just this year, just until you get past this crucial growth phase. Except the crucial growth phase never ends. And suddenly you're missing birthdays, school plays, and quiet bedtime conversations. You're checking your phone at dinner, you're mentally somewhere else, even when you're physically present. Here's the really insidious part. You justify it all as providing for my family or building something for our future. But here's the brutal truth. I've learned from my own experience and watching hundreds of other business owners. Your kids don't need a bigger house or fancier vacations. They need you. And by the time most of us figure that out, we've missed the years we can never get back. I can tell you from personal experience, at 73, that day comes faster than you think. And you're not going to wish you'd closed a few more deals. You're going to wish you'd been there for the moments that actually mattered. That's certainly true for me, and it's something I truly regret. So let's have an honest assessment. So how do we work differently? First, get brutally honest about where your energy actually goes. Track it for 2 weeks. Not what you think you're doing, but what you're actually doing. Many business owners and executives, mostly male, I know think they're giving their family maybe 60% of their time and energy. When they actually track it, they discover it's more like 5 or 10%. The gap between perception and reality, that's where the work begins. You can't change what you won't acknowledge. And here's a question that'll mess with you. What does success actually look like? Is it just revenue and profit margins, or does it include the quality of your relationships with your spouse, whether your kids seek you out for important conversations, your own physical and mental health? So let's create some real boundaries. This is where most people fail. They know they need boundaries, they talk about them, they might even set them, but they don't enforce them. A boundary without enforcement is just a good intention. Here's what real boundaries look like. Pick specific times when you're completely off. Not checking email, not taking calls, actually off. For me, that might be 6 to 9 p.m. on weeknights and all day Saturday. When you're home, be home. Put the phone in another room. Close the laptop. Make it physically difficult to slip back into your work mode. And here's the key. Boundaries don't work if you're constantly making exceptions. Just this once becomes the pattern, not the exception. You know, it's time to show up differently. Here's something that took me a long time to learn. The intensity and directness that makes you successful in business often destroys relationships at home. When an employee misses a deadline, you might come down hard. When your 8-year-old forgets their homework, that same energy is devastating. You've got to develop different modes, business mode and human mode. And you've got to get really good at switching between them. At home, listen better, be more caring, and understand that if you blow it, you'll never get that time or trust back. Your family members aren't employees who need to hit KPIs. They're human beings who need your presence, your acceptance, and your love. So here's the hard truth. If you actually commit to being present for your family, you will miss some business opportunities. You'll turn down some deals. You'll pass on some networking events. You might even grow more slowly than you would if you went all in on business. And that's okay, because here's what I've learned. There will always be another business opportunity. There will always be another deal to chase, another mountain to climb. But your kid's childhood happens exactly once. Your spouse's patience isn't unlimited. Your own health and sanity have limits. The question isn't, how can I do everything? The question is, what actually matters most? And am I living like it does? So why don't we start today? The biggest lie business owners tell themselves is I'll focus on my family once I get the business to X. Once we hit $1 million in revenue, once we hire a COO, once we get acquired. The goalposts keep moving. Someday never comes. So start today. Not perfectly, just start. Leave work at 6 p.m. today. Put your phone away during dinner tonight. Ask your kid about their day and actually listen to the answer. Small changes compound over time, and the sooner you start, the more time you have to build something different. At the end of your life, the question isn't how successful your business was. The question is whether you showed up for the people you loved and the moments that mattered. Let's figure out how to do that together. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about approaching business differently. And while you're at it, if this resonates with you, click on the link below the video and set a time to talk with me about whether your story will make a good podcast episode at the Long Strange Trip podcast. Thanks. This is Josh Patrick.